In this example, we're going to do number 32 from the book. The demand curve for a product is given by Q equals 120,000 minus 500p, and the supply curve is given by Q equals 1000p for Q between 0 and 120,000, where price is in dollars. So from all of those words, we want to paraphrase and pick out what is the important information. So we have demand is Q equals 120,000 minus 500p, and supply is Q equal 1000p. Why would Q only be between 0 and 120,000? In general, for these, you could use any values you want, but these would be the only things that would make sense for demand and supply for these numbers. So for part A, we want to know at a price of $100, when price equals $100, what are the supply and demand quantity? What is the quantity that you are willing to supply, and what is the quantity the consumers are willing to demand? And so for the demand, we would put in 100, and we would get a value, and let me just write down what we would do for supply. Lots of zeros going on, and so we would have 100,000, that one's the easier one to deal with, and for this one we would have 120,000 minus 50,000. Or 700,000. Another part of this problem is they're asking, based on these numbers, would you expect the prices to be driven down or to be driven upward? And so you want to look at the difference. What is the difference? Not the actual difference, but which one is bigger? Supply is bigger than demand in this case. So what happens? Prices would be driven downward. Then for part B, they ask, what is the equilibrium price? And remember, the equilibrium price would be when supply equals demand. So we have to set them equal to each other. So we set the Q's equal to each other. This is when supply equals demand. And so we set 120,000 minus 500p equal to 1000p. Working it out, add 500 to both sides, and we get a number that is doing the arithmetic carefully on paper, or you can have technology help you, right? Lots of different tricks, and you get P equals 80. And what were the units on this? $80. Here, we didn't put the units on these. We have to be careful. This was, what were we selling? They didn't tell us what we were selling, so it was 70,000 units, 100,000 units, so it could have been 70,000 puzzles, 100,000 puzzles.